So help me welcome to the stage, Tom.
All right. Starting to hear kind of a common theme here, huh? Some of these talks. You know, what's the biggest challenge? It's usually us, right? Now, it sounds ridiculous. Okay, let me give you an example. I was in the business for over a year, had sponsored 12 people, 11 of them quit, had one left, you know, so when it came up renewal time, suddenly the LOS tree was not there anymore. So just kind of one of those exciting things. But I had a big job for Disney that we were doing, and I had lost some employees and some of the people that had done some of the stuff for me, and we were working on a parade job where we had to make some lighting for one of the light parades, and so I ended up having to manufacture in a garage by myself for 2 weeks to get some of the products done, make some of the lights up that needed to be made up, and put them on the costumes because it was completely a hand job. So I sat in a garage basically with CDs playing for 2 weeks. Okay, I went platinum about 4 months later, or now silver, and then followed on to platinum, and then we went sapphire within 6-7 months after that, and then went emerald. Okay, now it's 14, 15 months of nothing, and then all of a sudden this happened. Well, what happened? I just changed the input. We have to find a couple of people. I mean, if you want to make 6 figures, you need to start 3 legs. That means you need to have known 3 people or meet 3 people in the world. Now, it's nice if you can contribute more than that, but I mean, the minimum is you got to know 3. Okay, even Snow White found 7 dwarfs. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, you need 3. Okay, we're not talking about millions. We just need a few. Okay? We just need to do something on a consistent basis. And that's kind of probably the other thing because, you know, you have to figure out what it is. See, for me, I knew what it was. For me, it wasn't that I wanted a specific thing, or I just wanted the freedom of doing what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. And I knew I couldn't do that doing what I was doing. See, I loved working for Disney. I had a great time working for Disney. I can tell you stories of one time that I'm working down there with the head of Magic Kingdom maintenance on the Crystal Palace, and we're standing there, and he got jumped by Chip, and I got jumped by Dale. You know, and we're rolling around being mugged by these 2 chipmunks, okay? Now, there's a couple of problems with this. Number one, there's children watching you everywhere, so you can't beat up Chip or Dale. You know what I'm saying? So you just kind of got to take it, you know? And the second thing is the Chip and Dale costume, that can be done by a male or female, so you don't know where you can grab or can't grab. You know what I'm saying? So it's you just kind of got to take it. You know what I mean? It's just a rough situation. But we did track them down later and catch up. But I mean, for a job, it was fun. Okay, but I'd schedule a vacation, and then they'd schedule a meeting for a project, and it's like, well, if you want the project, you'll be there. They weren't mean about it. It's just they're flying in people from California, they're flying in people from here, and this is the date. Okay, so I didn't want somebody else pulling my string. Okay, so what is it for you that's going to get you up and move? What's going to get you up off that couch? You know, are guys out of that lazy boy recliner? You know, that one that's just contoured perfectly to our body? You know what I'm talking about? Ladies know what I'm talking about, right? You marry a Prince Charming, 5 years later, you're married to an easy chair that burps, right? I mean, that's kind of how it works, right? You know, using the remote control. Ever notice remote control when the battery starts to go dead? Like, we'll keep using that thing right all the way right up to the time we touch the TV set. You know, God forbid we got to push the button. You know, we're going to make this remote control work, right? I mean, that's just kind of how I do it. Anyway. So what's going to get us up out of that thing? You know, I got to take it out of L for loser, and I got to get up and I got to go do something. But it's comfortable there. I like it there. I got my shows that I like. I got the stuff I like. I mean, this is comfortable. So what's going to get me out of the comfort zone? Peachy says, what is it that makes your eyes wet? You know, what is it that will get you up out of where you are to where you want to be? Because that's really the key to this thing. If you figure out why, then the how will take care of itself. Because once I figured out why, then I could turn my should into a must. Because my problem was I had this long list of things I should be doing. Okay, I should be calling more people, I should be showing the plan, I should be following up with this person, I should be calling this, I should be doing that. What I had to learn to do was stop shitting all over myself. And put some things into action. Okay, anybody else, you know what I'm talking about? Okay. The thing that I'll tell you is that most people say, well, you know, I'm just not a brave person, I don't have a lot of courage, and You know, here's the thing. Courage is not the absence of fear. This is one of probably the biggest misclaimers. You know, I wish I didn't have any fear and I had courage. See, courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is doing it anyway, even though you have fear. Okay, so if you want to be courageous, it's okay to be afraid. It's okay to be scared. Just do it. Torio did a great job on that, about talking about what you want to get done in the day and get through it. The only thing I'll add to that is put on an amount of things you can accomplish each day. Because I learned how to do that. I went to a Stephen Covey class and did this goal setting, and I had like 43 items on every day. And I never felt good about it because I never got 43 things done. It was impossible. I always had more in there you get done in a week. You know, so kind of spread it out so that it's possible. Give yourself some things. Here's what I'm going to do each day, and here's the extra things I'm going to do these days so that I can get to what I'm going to do and where I'm going to go. But the first thing you got to know is why you're doing it and what's going to get you there. Most of what I did all day long didn't involve other people. And then for fun, I would go fishing, which didn't involve other people. I was born in New York, in a little town called Brooklyn. Yeah, people from Brooklyn. And, you know, and it's funny because when I grew up, you know, in Brooklyn, it was kind of like you were taught, you know, don't look people in the eye, don't invade people's space, don't talk to people that don't talk to you, you know, just, you know, leave people alone. You know, when you get in this business, they go, walk up, shake people's hands, say hi, what can happen to you? You know. It's like, okay, well, first of all, I wasn't around people. Second of all, I mean, I didn't want anybody in my space either. You know, so I mean, I had to learn to become different. There was nothing about this business to me that was comfortable. There was only one reason why I did it. Because I've been doing what I was doing for over 20 years, and I was no further ahead than I was when I got started. I made a good income, but that good income trapped me in what I was doing. But I had to keep doing it every day, every day, every day. And the guy that showed it to me, you know, had just come back from a vacation while he was gone for a couple of months, and he made more money the month he came back than the month he left. And I couldn't do that. So I said, that's what I want, so I'll change. So the war was here. It wasn't the business. It wasn't talking to people. It really was. What it was is getting me to realize that I could if I really wanted to.